Good morning, class. Let's see how metal react with the water. As we know, there are different metals, so these metals react differently. Some metals react vigorously even with the cold water, some react with hot water, and some react with steam, while some metals are that do not react with the water. Okay, like platinum, gold, silver, copper. These are highly non-reactive metals, so they do not react even with the boiling water or with the steam. Generally, when a metal reacts with water, they form metal hydroxide and produces hydrogen gas. Alright, like metal plus water, it forms metal hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. And sodium and potassium are so reactive metals. They can react with water even at the room temperature, or we can say they react with water with cold water. Alright, and form hydrogen gas. Like sodium plus H2O, they form NaOH, which is a base, and form hydrogen gas. This is a base. How do we know that it is a base? When we react it with a litmus, we get red litmus turns the blue, which shows that NaOH is particularly a base. As we have seen, sodium is so reactive that it can react with air or it can react with water. So we store sodium in a kerosene oil to save it contact from air and the moisture. Next is magnesium. Magnesium is not as reactive as sodium and potassium, but yes, it also reacts with hot water, or we can say it reacts with steam to form magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Next, iron metal. Iron metal, when it reacts with moisture, or we can say water and oxygen, we get rust. Alright, so let's see about the non-metals. How does the non-metals react with the water? Generally, non-metals do not react with metals like phosphorus. Phosphorus is highly non-reactive metal. Alright, and phosphorus reacts with oxygen and start burning when exposed to air. Hence, it is stored in water. Let's see some environmental effects of let's see some environmental effects on metal, like rusting of iron. Rusting of iron is a major problem. How is it a major problem? Government spent so much of money on this rusting of iron as it caused damage of iron. Particularly, rusting of iron is the corrosion of iron. Corrosion means eating of iron metal. Alright, or we can say rusting is the process in which metal get damaged, particularly iron. It is a slow process. Rusting of iron is highly damaging corrosion process. rusting continues and go deep iron into the till whole of the iron is rusted. So particularly it destroy the iron which is in our home or in industries. Alright. So protecting from rusting, we have to coat it with zinc or nickel. And this coating of iron with the zinc and this process is known as galvanization. Particularly water pipes, which is made up of iron. Uh, for making it cost effective, we have to galvanize it. Alright, and tin sheet is used for roofing of sheds. Coating with nickel is particularly known as electroplating. Alright, this can be seen in the handle of bicycle or in cars. Particularly cars and bicycles के अंदर जो coating हुई भी होती है आयरन के ऊपर is निकल की कोटिंग हुई भी होती है इधर. नेक्स्ट इज करोजन ऑफ कॉपर. करोजन ऑफ कॉपर मैंने आपको एक्सप्लेन किया था कि किस तरीके से कॉपर को गोल्ड के अंदर मिक्स कर दिया जाता है. एंड गोल्ड के अंदर जब हम कॉपर को मिक्स कर देते हैं तो वो चीज़ें भी खराब होने लगती हैं. गोल्ड जो हाईली नॉन रिएक्टिव मेटल था वो भी क्या होने लगता है, डैमेज होने लगता है ड्यू टू दिस. सो करोजन ऑफ कॉपर की अगर हम बात करते हैं, इट फॉर्म्स अ ग्रीनिश ब्राउन कोटिंग. ऑलराइट, दिस कोटिंग इज ऑफ copper carbonate and copper hydroxide, and this result in the corrosion of copper. So it forms a layer of corrosion to protect further layers from the corrosion. And the last method is corrosion of silver. Corrosion of silver is particularly destruction of silver. Silver particularly reacts with hydrogen sulfide gas, which is already present in our environment, and form a dark layer. This silver loses its shine and get tarnished. Okay, so we have to save metal from these corrosion. To save them, there are different methods which we are going to study in higher classes. And for save them, we have to give them more strength by make them alloys. So what are the alloys? Alloys are particularly a mixture or a compound of two or more than two metals. Alright, or we can say non-metals elements. Alloys, what are the basic properties of alloys? Alloys do not corrode easily. Like steel. Steel is basically a alloy of iron and carbon. Similarly, bronze. Bronze is an alloy of copper, tin and magnesium. And brass is an alloy of copper and zinc. And nichrome is an alloy of nickel and chromium. So its name is nichrome. Alright. So these are basic methods due to which we can save our metal. These MCQs is your homework. Which of the following is a non-metal? Sodium, potassium, sulfur or platinum? We know sulfur is the correct answer. Property of the metal to be drawn into the wire is known as ductility. Beaten into the sheet is known as malleability. Metal used in galvanizing iron is particularly, we have read now, is zinc. Which of the following is a metal? Obviously magnesium. These three are the non-metals. Which metal is liquid at room temperature? This is mercury. Alright, so these MCQs you have to do in your copies. Thank you.